name is Kianga Ellis. Welcome to the opening reception for Summer Art Circle 2006. It's great to see all of you here. And I know some of you have asked me about my shirt, about my ensemble, and wearing the Brazilian flag. Well, as many of you know, tonight is also the opening of the World Cup. And so I, like Google, wanted to celebrate it. If any of you have sort of been to google.com today, you'll have seen they've redone their logo for the World Cup. And I've been thinking all of this week a lot about the World Cup. And I hope it's okay that I talk about sports. I know this is art and we're on Museum Mile, but if I can digress just for a few minutes, because there's something about the World Cup, and I'm not even a soccer fan. I mean, I didn't play soccer. I think I've watched at most maybe 15 minutes of any soccer game. But I've been impressed and moved over the years at what happens to the world during the World Cup, and I've been thinking, well, what is that about? You know, why do millions, hundreds of millions of people wake up in the middle of the night and, you know, cheer with friends and get together? And I think it has something to do with culture and identity and pride and this opportunity to stand up to the world and say, here I am and this is where I come from, and you know, I'm proud of it. And that strikes me as very similar to what art is about. And I thought, you know, maybe there's some parallels between art and soccer and the World Cup. And I picked up this edition of the National Geographic, which is out this month, and it's about why the world loves soccer. And so I'm wearing Brazil, and in fact, the article about Brazil, and if I can, I just want to read you a little bit from what John Lanchester wrote, and interestingly, it's titled Ballet with the Ball, a Love Story. So I'm just going to read this short passage, and I want you to imagine that every time I say the word soccer, I'm saying art. And I think that will say something about the kinship that I see between soccer and art. So he says, why do we fall in love with soccer? So why do we fall in love with art? What happens? At some deep level, the reason soccer snags us is that soccer, good soccer, is beautiful and it's difficult, and the two are related. A team kicking the ball to each other, passing into empty space that is suddenly filled by a player who wasn't there 2 seconds ago and who is running at full pelt, and who, without looking or breaking stride, knocks the ball back to a third player who he surely couldn't have seen, who also at full pelt and without breaking stride then passes the ball at, say, 60 miles an hour to the head of a fourth player who has run 75 yards to get there, and who, again, all in stride, jumps and heads the ball with, once you realize how hard this is, unbelievable power, accuracy, toward a corner of a goal just exactly where the goalkeeper, executing some complex physics entirely without conscious thought and through muscle memory, has expected it to be. So that is all this grace and speed and muscle and athleticism and attention to detail and power and precision. It will never appear on a score sheet and will be forgotten by everybody a day later. This is the strange fragility, the evanescence of soccer. It's hard to describe, and it's even harder to do, but it does have a deep beauty. A deep beauty that everyone watching a game discovers for themselves, a secret thing. And this is why soccer, which has so much ugliness and around it and attached to it, still sinks so deeply into us, because it can be so beautiful. So for me, and I'm interested in having a discussion maybe over the course of the next month about what parallels you see between soccer and art, if any. But I think that really captures why I'm involved in the arts, and all of us at Avail Art and all of our program partners here have become involved in art, and bringing art to people and supporting artists is because of that power, that beauty, like the beautiful game. And so I'm really glad to have you here in New York for the summer, being able to participate with events that we've planned with our program partners, and I really want to thank all of them who are here: Film Society of Lincoln Center, the Guggenheim Museum, Lincoln Center for Performing Arts, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, El Museo Del Barrio, the Museum of Modern Art, the new Museum of Contemporary Art, New York City Ballet, the Public Theater, and the Studio Museum in Harlem. So I mean, you have the A-list of institutions in New York at your disposal this summer. And there are many other event partners that we're working with, and we really have built this program for you. It's all about you, so take advantage of what's interesting to you, take advantage of us. We're here to answer your questions and find out, you know, what's beautiful to you and help you discover that passion, help you sort of connect with that beauty that's art. And so, of course, philanthropy is also something that's important to our program. But what we really believe is that when you discover that beauty, have that connection, and find that relationship with art, that supporting it just comes naturally, and it's something that you'll want to do. So that's all of the wisdom I'm going to impart on you tonight, and I want you all to have a great time the rest of this evening and this summer, and certainly want to thank all of your participating firms who've been very enthusiastic and supportive, which I think says a lot, because it's a new program, and you know, law firms are pretty conservative places. So as you're thinking about your decisions to join, hopefully that's a check in the yes column for you.